Hi guys. Hi. Fat. Hi guys, welcome back to Hot and Bothered. My name is Christopher Vincent Bruno. We should censor that whole thing out. And I'm here with my co-host.
Cedar Eileen Sham.
Oh my god,
On this,
Eileen. I don't think I knew that.
really, it's my grandma's name actually.
Slay.
I went through the entire history of my entire family with my dad last night.
Do you know how many times I've done that and it has not registered or stayed in my fucking brain?
And like my sisters will look at like old pictures of like people in like our extended family
And like know
and
exactly
they'll be
who
like,
it
oh,
is.
this is so and so, and it's like
Yeah.
someone I haven't heard of in like 15 years, and I'm like, how the fuck do you know that? Like, how do you know that?
My mom's like Rain Man with people's like names, and like we'll meet someone at the grocery store, like run into someone at the grocery store, and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, like that's our cousin Frank, and you know Sarah and Tommy and I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about?
You're like, actually, this is the first time hearing of these people in my entire
Yeah,
fucking life. I've never heard of these people.
yeah. She's like, well, they were at your graduation party. I'm like, okay,
And
who?
and
Like, how big was the check?
it's so complicated too. Wait, actually, can I tell you something kind of fucking weird about my family?
Hmm.
So my grandma had a brother. My grandpa had a sister.
Did they get married?
They married each other.
Is
And
that
so
legal? Is that incest?
it's technically not, but it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And so like all of my cousins.
Well, there's like 8 people probably where they are from.
Yeah, exactly. And so all of my cousins are like kind of like my double cousins technically. Like it's really fucking weird.
So
But
you're inbred.
I'm super inbred, and like there's actually so many.
There has to be some kind of name for that
There's
scenario.
there probably is. Maybe we should Google it later. But like my grandparents went on to have 7 children, and my dad was the youngest. So all of my cousins are like 800 years older than me. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but like I'm not keeping up with all of those people.
Absolutely not. You don't have to.
You know, it's actually really funny.
What?
Okay, this is actually really funny. So one of my aunts like recently put together this whole book of like the family, like where it started, my grandparents, and then like all of the kids from there, and it has like pictures of everybody and like explanations and whatever. And so under each child of my grandparents, so my aunts and uncles, is like their wedding photos and then like pictures of their kids. And when you get to the last page, the last born kid, which is my father, you get to the last page, my dad is there with 3 different wedding photos, and
That's really good.
everybody else just has one.
That's really good.
Everyone else just has one, and then my dad
He has like
gets,
he has like a double spread.
literally, like he gets multiple pages. Everybody else just gets one page.
That's so good.
He gets 3 different like wedding
Does he have
photos.
children with any of these other women?
My oldest half sister, yeah. And she's like the one that like doesn't fucking speak to any of us anymore. I'm about to be her. But yeah, anyway, so that's like a little.
Does Miss Mar-a-Lago have any kids herself?
No.
Mm.
So yeah, anyway, family is so fun.
Yeah.
Family, I'm so honored and blessed and grateful every day of my life to be part of the family that I'm part of. Like my life could not be more perfect and beautiful, and I'm just like,
Is that Herbie? Lindsay Lohan and her fucking Beetle. Like what? Who's honking like that?
anyway, hey guys. On this podcast, we talk about everything that we find hot as fuck.
And everything that bothers the shit out of us, like Herbie beeping through the city.
Literally. Before we roll into things, I want to say, just to like kick off the convo a little bit, follow us on Instagram and TikTok and all of the socials and shit, Hot and Bothered the Pod, because we just hit 150 followers on our Instagram, which is a huge milestone for
We're
us.
like literally making it, baby.
But do you want to know who our 150th follow was?
Tell me who.
A man that I went on a date with. I went on multiple dates with back in the very beginning of 2020, before the pandemic ever existed. Like January of 2020, went on multiple dates with this man and was fully in love with him. And when we were supposed to go on like our 4th date or something, he flat out ghosted me. He's followed me on Instagram since. I unfollowed him a long time ago. And he like occasionally likes a picture, but he's always viewing my stories.
Mm-hmm.
Our 150th Instagram follow on Hot and
Shout
Bothered the
out.
Pod
Shout
was
out. We
this
love
man
him.
that ghosted me, who I was in love with at one point in my life. So that, and we haven't spoken since. This
That's healthy and normal.
this new follow from him is like the extent of the communication that has happened between us. And I don't think anything could be more suiting for 150 Instagram
I
followers.
can't wait to see who's going to be number 200,
We're so
250.
we're so blessed
They
and
all
honored.
need to be like special people.
They must be. And if they aren't, if we're at like 199 and we're like worried it's not going to happen and it's not going to be someone good, we need to text all of our exes and have them follow.
Oh, I will not be partaking in that. But maybe I'll just have to. Maybe I'll have to bite the bullet.
You might.
What
Is my
else?
voice like hot and raspy, or is it like disgusting and raspy?
It's kind of giving like you were eating dirt, like you were just
and
at
cigarette
Coachella.
butts
Yeah.
like off of
Were
the
you just chain
ground.
smoking while you were home?
No, I've had like a weird little cold for like 5 days now, and it's just like not going anywhere.
I can't stop yawning today.
Yeah, stop. You know what I found? I've actually been meaning to tell you this, and like I don't care if we have to edit this out, but I found like a mushroom store,
Oh, slay.
and I bought bars from them, and they're good.
Slay.
Yeah,
Is that legal?
I don't think so. But they said that it's not actual psilocybin. But then I was trying to Google it to figure out what the like active ingredient
Yeah.
is. There's no answers on any website anywhere ever.
Like this particular brand?
Yeah. There's not answers on their
Mushrooms are going to be like legal in
Instagram or
California in
anything.
like 2 weeks.
No, literally. Like it's going to happen so fast. So
Yeah.
anyway, I think that it probably is psilocybin. But like I'm just
I don't
like,
even know what psilocybin is. I cannot do a jumping jack. My man boobs are way too big right now.
anyway, I was worried I wasn't going to have anything to talk about. But it's been like a really eventful week at this point.
You ate cinnamon rolls in Arizona.
I ate cinnamon rolls in Arizona. I did a bunch of mushrooms.
family tree.
I got multiple pairs of used underwear from my grandma that came from my dead grandpa.
That makes me so uncomfortable.
Did that sentence make sense? I don't know.
You
and I
got
don't care.
your grandmother gave you your dead grandpa's underwear that he used to wear.
So my
Why?
So my grandma,
She's like, "Here, babe."
she's like, "Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This year I'm grateful for your grandpa's used dirty underwear."
So she gave you like a pair of like
It was actually kind of sad. Okay, so what happened was
that is sad.
she went into her closet and like comes out with like all of these old t-shirts and stuff, and some of them were my grandpa's and some of them were like really memorable, like the men in my family and like extended friends and like whatever used to go on like fishing trips, and they would come up with these like cheesy
cute.
slogans,
Like, they would make
and like
merch.
taglines. Yeah,
I
and
love
it was
that.
cute. So like there was like one of those t-shirts in there and like funny like good shit.
Yeah.
And then like there's a stack of his underwear and like socks. And you know what she said? This was really sad. He died 10 years ago, maybe. No, 8 years. I don't, whatever. He died. And she was like, well, I saved underwear for him in case he ever came back. He'd need socks and underwear. So I saved them, but he's obviously not coming back. So if you guys want them, you can take them.
That's really
and we're
sad.
like, we actually don't need grandpa's used underwear. But then like they were like kind of retro. We're like jokingly like laughing and trying them on and stuff. And we were like,
They're kind of cute.
these kind of fuck, dude. Like,
yeah.
and the fact that they fit us too. And he was like a big dude and they fit us. And we're like, you know
What's
what?
going on?
I don't care. Like we're wearing
Yeah.
these. Like I'm like, I actually don't care. I'm gonna sleep in these. These are my new period underwear. And like I genuinely do not care.
Oh my god, that makes me so uncomfortable. Thank you, Grandpa.
I'm like, I'll wash them and it's fine. And then we made jokes about like my sister had forgot a swimsuit and had
you're
to
like,
use
just
a pair in the hot tub. And I was like, hopefully the chlorine will kill all the crabs. And my dad was like, I don't think anything can kill those crabs. Like, it was funny. It was actually really cute. But
Aw, so
so
you
now
had some cute
I
moments.
have my dead grandpa's dirty underwear, and like I just nothing could make me happier, you
That's such
know.
a sweet like heirloom that your grandma passed down to you.
I'm so blessed and
You're gonna
honored
be
and
on the
grateful.
Antiques Roadshow with your grandpa's underwear,
No, literally.
and you're gonna get like $17,000 for
So
them.
much money for these
I'm
dirty
obsessed with
used
that for
underwear.
you.
Yeah, so that was like that's what's transpired for me over the past week. Do you have
So
any
you're hot
updates,
this week
Chris?
because you have your dead grandpa's underwear.
I'm just hot about that in general, but this week my theme is not hot because of the underwear.
Can I interrupt you because I think that your dead grandpa underwear situation is a great transition into my weekly discussion.
You know what?
We didn't even think about
It
that.
so is. It
Yeah.
so is. Thank you, Grandpa Jerry, for your dirty dead
We love you,
underwear.
Grandpa Jerry.
Yeah. So, okay, Chris, are you hot or are you bothered this week?
I don't actually know. I know I said this last week if I'm hot or bothered because of this, but I think I'm actually kind of hot because of this. Like I think it's something that I can really add to like my dating resume. But I can literally talk to the dead and I'm a
You have the
psychic
Long Island
medium.
medium
I'm literally
with
fuck,
her
what's her
big ass
name?
hair.
Like
What is her
Teresa
name?
Caputo.
Is that
Oh
her
my God,
name?
Teresa Caputo.
Is that
Yeah.
her
That just
name?
rolled off the tongue. I was like, what's her name? Teresa Caputo. I'm psychic. See? I'm literally psychic.
Teresa, will you please be a guest on our podcast?
Oh my
Obviously, you and
God.
Chris are having some sort of telepathic
We are the same
communication.
person. We have the same fucking
You have
hair
the exact
and the
same
same
hair.
nails. Like we look alike.
You and Teresa, Chris and Teresa, like they.
That's really good.
Oh, such a dynamic
She's gonna be a guest
duo.
speaker.
You guys should have a podcast together. Actually, kick me off. You two. Are you kidding?
That
That
would be
collab.
really good.
Okay. So you are Teresa Caputo. Tell me more about that.
Okay, so like literally I've never like experienced death with a family, friend, anyone like ever in my life. Like I was very, very lucky to have both sets of grandparents and my great grandma around like literally for forever.
Yeah.
But 2 years ago or yeah, like 2 years ago my great grandma passed away. She was like 101.
Great grandma.
Yeah, she was
That's
101.
crazy.
And I don't really remember the like dreams that I was having because I didn't really think anything of them at the time. But like when she passed away, like I kept having like dreams about her, like recurring dreams. And I was like, okay, well, obviously I'm just having dreams about her because
She died.
she just passed away and I'm thinking about her or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And would like tell my mom and she'd be like, oh my God, those are so cute. Like I wish I could have those dreams. Like da 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 da. Whatever. Then my mom's father passed away like a year ago. And
so your grandpa.
yeah, my grandpa, who I was very close with, passed away. And I was having dreams about him like after he passed away. And I kind of like remembered those more because they kind of like seemed more significant. Like when I would wake up, I would be like, oh my God. And then I would like tell my mom about my dream. And she would be like, my mom, like literally, you can like point to a dog shit on the sidewalk and she could like make it into some sort of something symbolic.
I
Like
love her.
every time I tell her something, she's like, whatever. So I was talking about the dreams about my grandpa and like that was happening. And I remember I had one dream about him and one dream in particular that I remember. And I was like, yeah, like he like walked into our front door and I was like, it was so weird. He was wearing like neon pink Yeezys and like one of those like Adidas like jawstring jockstrap Adidas.
I saw grandpa in my
I
dream last
know.
night in
Oh
a
my God,
jockstrap.
ew. Oh my God. Grandpa's
Me and my
underwear
grandpa's
is the theme. Is the theme of today. No, but he was like wearing like pink Yeezys and like a drawstring like Adidas backpack, and I was like, it was so weird. I was like, Mom, I remember him wearing these like fucking highlighter Yeezys, and she was like sobbing on the phone, couldn't even like catch her breath. I like never came out to my grandpa because who has time
Like,
for that? And he
why?
obviously
There's no
knows I'm
point.
like literally
Can I make a
fucking
morbid
gay.
joke?
What?
Like, You're literally going to be dead soon. There's no point in us putting our relationship through that.
Literally, I did tell my grandma, and I was like, I'll tell him, like, whatever. But I had to tell my grandma because she pries.
Yeah.
So I like never got around to telling my grandpa, and then my mom was like, "That's a symbol of him, telling you that he knows that you're gay and that he's okay with you being gay." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cute." Like,
That is kind of a sleigh.
yeah, I was like, and maybe that is true. Like, why else
Mhm.
would he be wearing pink Yeezys? So
Yeah.
then I kind of started to think that like what my mom was saying was like serious.
Yeah.
And then I had like a few more dreams about him and a few more dreams about my grandma just randomly. Recently, our family dog, who was 19 years old, died. This was like 2 weeks ago. They finally pulled the plug. She was fine. And then like all of a sudden she was like overnight was like, okay, this bitch has to go. Like
Yeah.
she's good. She lived a good life. Love her.
19 years is a long fucking time.
It hasn't really hit me yet because I'm not home with my like at my parents' house.
Right.
But I think when I go there this weekend, I'm gonna be like suicidal.
Yeah.
Like literally suicidal. Anyway, okay, so I
As
think
if
like
you're not already,
the
but,
night
like,
that she
whatever.
died, I had a dream about her where it was like the current version of her, like the old lady version of her, was like sitting like in the living room by the fire, like with her little hands crossed, how she always
Like a
is.
little lady.
Yeah, and then like the young version of her was like running around the house, being crazy. Like I was trying to tame her, and I remember like sitting on the couch with the young version of her, and like my whole family was like staring at us, and I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I was like, and why is there two of you? Like I thought it was like real. When you have a dream and you think
Yeah.
it's real.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. And then my dad was in LA last weekend and he stayed with me, and I had a fucking dream about this dog because that dog and my dad are literally conjoined.
Yeah.
Like literally
The
the same
same.
human.
Mhm.
And I had fucking dreams about her while like my dad was staying with me, and I was like not even thinking about this dog. And I didn't tell my dad because I was like, I can't deal with this because my dad's like literally an emotional wreck.
Yeah.
So I like texted my mom and I was like, oh my God, I had a dream about Roxy last night. And then like my dad was on the phone with her and she like outed me. So I had to fucking tell my dad, and it was like drama. But I'm a medium,
Yeah. You like
and
actually literally
I wish I
are.
remembered the stories. Everyone knows that I have a terrible memory, but
No
I wish I
way.
remembered like the stories or dreams about my great grandma because
Yeah.
there was definitely some significance there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my mom was like, you should really like tap into that. And I was like, I do not have fucking time or energy to speak to the fucking dead. I was like,
Yeah.
I do not have time or
You're not
energy
gonna make a career out
to
of
speak to
it.
the dead.
Like
I'm like, I don't want to talk to them. I talk to enough people all day long. I don't need to speak to.
to the ones that are not on this earth anymore.
Imagine like I could like speak to like your grandpa.
I mean, like, I just like don't really know what he would say except for the fact that like he detests me and doesn't want anything to do with me because I'm pro-choice. So like, actually, I prefer
He
it that
actually
way.
just told me that. He just came through and told me that.
And it's like I could read his mind. Maybe I'm a medium too.
I think that we're both mediums.
Oh my God. No, actually, can I add on to that and like say I've had some fuck shit go on with dreams too.
Mm-hmm.
And like they're like not even just dead people, but also just like a general sense of knowing. Like I've had dreams about my ex-boyfriends doing sketchy shit, and then come to find out they were doing the sketchy shit that I was dreaming about.
Okay, so you are either paranoid but correct, or you
Or I'm a
are
medium.
you're psychic. I think you have to be a medium. Like I think a medium talks to the dead, but
There's more.
you're like psychic.
There's well, no, I'm no, yeah, I'm not a medium. I'm just psychic because
Raven
also
Simone.
no, I'm literally call me that so Raven. Like I this has happened on a few occasions, but the first time it happened, I was in like 7th grade maybe, and we had a family friend. He was actually friends with my dad first, and he later was like an integral part of like my parents meeting and connecting and their relationship. And him and my mom were very similar, and he was a carpenter and my mom is into carpentry. My mom is like My mom is like butch as fuck. She's like this dainty, adorable, like hot bitch, but she's like low key little butch. Like she can build you anything you fucking want.
I love her.
I love her. So anyway, those two were tight, had a lot in common, whatever, and like that was like part of my dad meeting my mom and like whatever. So this person eventually, unfortunately, killed himself, and I was in 7th grade. He killed himself with carbon monoxide poisoning, car in the garage situation. The night before, or 2 nights before, I had a dream that my mom was lying in a casket, and
This is grim.
it's really fucked up. So my mom's in this casket, and I'm standing by her side, and she's living, and she's awake, and she's talking to me, and she's like slowly kind of like trying to drift off to sleep. And I kept like shaking her and like waking her up, and I'm like, Mom, like you can't go to sleep. Like if you go to sleep, you die. And she's like, no, like I'm fine. I'm like, I'm not sleeping. And she's like, can you please just go get me a glass of water? And I was like, okay. So I walk out, and like I'm in a funeral home, and I walk out, and there's like people around and whatever. I'm going to go get her a glass of water. And then somebody, and I remember this so vividly, somebody announces over the loudspeakers that my mother, they say her name, has passed away. And I'm like, fuck, because I wasn't there to keep her awake. And then a day or 2 days later, whatever, this person, this man who was friends with my family, killed himself, carbon monoxide poisoning. And when you die of carbon monoxide poisoning, you essentially like go to sleep. Like you like fall asleep. And then like a lot of shit happens, and then you die. And so the fact that like in my dream, my mother, who was very closely tied to we used to joke about the middle child. She's not like any of us. We used to joke about her being his kid. And like obviously not real, but like he was an important factor in our family. And the fact that in my dream my mom's dying essentially of carbon monoxide poisoning, and then like 2 days later,
That's crazy.
fucked up.
Yeah. Did you
So
guys
anyway,
know he was gonna kill himself, or like had any signs?
there was nothing. No.
Was it an
nothing.
accident?
No. So anyway, I'm a psychic and you're a medium.
Yes.
And you speak to the dead. I speak to the about to be dead.
To the future.
Yeah.
And I love that for us. We're tapping into our psychic abilities, and
I feel like we need to have we need to like have a seance now. I think maybe this is something that like should we put this into like a daily practice? Should we start like trying to like make this a thing in our lives?
I don't know, and I think that that's what my mom was implying, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't have the capacity to tap into that, and
Yeah.
it scares me, quite frankly, and I don't think I want to do that.
My sisters,
I think that like once, like I literally was thinking about this internally like yesterday. Like I think that like when I'm older, well actually I was thinking about this about religion. I was like, maybe if I was like bored and old, I would be like, let's go to church, like let's read the fucking Bible. Like when I have time,
that's what old people do.
like when I have time to like tap into like more
religion, spirituality,
yeah,
whatever you want to fucking
history,
call
anything.
it.
Like I would be so down. Like I would be like, okay, let's fucking learn about Jesus Christ. Like yeah, I went to
Our
Sunday
Lord
school.
and Savior.
I was like went to fucking like had my first communion. I don't know shit about the Bible or Jesus or anything. But like why not? Let's fucking read the Bible. Who cares? Like
yeah, when you're retired and you have nothing better to
yeah,
do.
and
Page
so
by
and
page,
so then
babe.
I was thinking about that, and then I was like, okay, maybe I could like tap into my like medium abilities at that point in my life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably like a good time.
Like when everyone I know is basically dead.
Yeah, and you like want
Yeah.
to talk to your friends, like kiki with them. I'll be dead and you'll be like summoning me.
Yeah, and I'll be like, I'll fall asleep. I'll like take my Ambien and have my bottle of red wine, and then I'll just close my eyes and we'll hang out.
I can't wait to hang out with you.
That'll be so fun.
That will be
love
really
being a
good quality
medium.
time.
I know. So I will tap into my psychic medium abilities
When you're
once
anxious.
more people I know are dead.
That's so
And I
good.
have more time on my hands.
That
I'm
is
very
so good.
logical, see?
My sisters have always like been able to like see and feel shit. The middle child especially, she's fucked up, and she's like she's always got shit around her and stuff. And like, she'll call me and be like, the creepiest fucking thing happened last night. And I'm like, I don't like that. I don't want that. And she's like, it doesn't scare her and it doesn't make her uncomfortable. And then she tells me these stories, and I'm like, whatever you're doing that's like communicating to whatever realm, whatever aspect of the universe, like whatever is happening
Yeah,
here,
whatever dimension.
I don't want any part of that. And I will literally say, I'm not accepting that. And she always says, she's like, well, it's just because I'm more open to it. Like, I just actually don't really care. And then I'm saying to myself, and then like in whatever like empty room I'm in, I'm like, I do care and I don't want that. Like, if I'm sleeping peacefully in my bed, don't come here. You're not welcome here. I don't want any part of that. Do not make noises. Do not move chairs around. Don't open cupboard doors.
I'm not afraid of that kind of shit.
It freaks me the fuck out. And I've always said, like, I will watch any fucking movie, documentary, whatever the fuck it is,
Paranormal situation.
about people killing people, about serial killers, whoever the fuck it is. I will watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't fucking care. But when there's like an entity in which I can't physically fight, not that I'm like, obviously, not that I'm fighting anything off by any means, but like,
that will scare
if there's
you.
nothing I can like physically do about it, then get that shit so fucking far away from me. I don't want anything to do with it.
But for some reason, I'm still not afraid of like fucking spirits.
spiritual.
Like, I used to manage a house that was like legitimately haunted.
Yeah.
And
We're like so late to Halloween. We're like, it's spooky
I
season, and we're like,
know. Like literally a 12,000 square foot mansion, and like in the back wing of the house was like 5 bedrooms, always a sink on, always a sink on, always a door to the balcony open all the way, always like always footsteps, always shit going on, always toilets flushing in the house. And the most recent time I was there, it was like the last time I was there. And I was like talking to this fucking spirit. I'm going to sound like a fucking Looney Tune.
How long ago was this?
A month ago.
Okay.
Nothing happened. I'll just cut to the chase. Nothing happened. This bitch was a fucking pussy. And
Pussy ass bitch.
I was like talking to her, and I was like, we love you. Like, thank you so much for like having us. Because I was literally at the house, and I was like, heard shit going on. The sink was on when I got there.
You're like, let's be honest, this is her space.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
it.
obsessed with you. Thank you so much for having us for the
I
past
love
10
that she's
years.
so like, she's so clean. She washes her face. She washes her hands.
She goes and has a cigarette out on the balcony or whatever she does.
Her.
But I was like literally yelling to her, and I was like, bitch, this is my last fucking time in this house alone. I was like, make a move. But I was like, I want to hear something.
You're like testing her.
Literally, I was like, I want the elevator to like drop to the basement. Like, I want like the chandelier to fall. I want like all the doors to open. Like, I was like, can you give me a sign, bitch? Like, what's going on? Dead fucking silence. And I was like literally walking around the house like a Looney Tune for 10 minutes, like begging this bitch to talk to me. And but the most I'm like getting goosebumps right now thinking about it. But the most interesting thing is that like I was so calm. Oh my God, I literally have like the goosebumps. I wasn't scared. I was like, I want something to happen.
No, I was just gonna say that. So like, had the chandelier fallen to the fucking floor, or like had she like thrown a glass from
like
the
I was waiting for like a light to turn on, or I was waiting to like hear the footsteps that
like,
we always hear.
Would you have just been like, okay, hey, or would you have booked it out of that fucking house? Because bitch, I would have been.
No, I kept telling her. I was like, you know, we come in peace. Like, I was very calm.
Yeah,
I was literally walking around this house like a nut job.
I would pay money to see that.
Like, literally, you being like, why aren't you texting me back? I'm like, I'm actually just walking through a house talking to the dead.
Actually having a conversation with this
I'm
really
like,
nice lady.
I'm really busy today at work. Like, that's literally my day at work. Sometimes walking through a house talking to dead people. I was like, okay.
I need to have your job. Just kidding. Actually, that would be so scary for me.
I was like, come at me. Like, I love you. Like, let's hang
like,
out.
I really envy people that are like not frightened by that kind of shit, and they're just like, hey, like, are you here? Like, if you're here, like, let me know. And I'm like, if you're here, I don't need to know that you're here. We can just coexist and not ever acknowledge one another. You do your thing. I'm going to do my thing. Just keep it away from me. Like, we don't need to have any interaction. Ignorance is bliss. So for like other people to just be like, hey, what's up? I'm just like, why does that not freak you out?
It just doesn't freak me out, but I think that I'm definitely open to having like I can't tell you how I'm gonna react until like yeah, say like the fucking chandelier fell or the piano started playing. Like I could have fully shit my pants in those moments and ran out of the house, but I don't think I would, but I
Yeah.
don't know until that would happen.
I would have shit. I would have shit. And I would have screamed and I would have cried and I would have thrown up.
Also, like if I were to see like I think I would be scared if I were to see something. Like
Yeah.
if I were to like see, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, I literally just got like
Please stop. I don't.
weird goosebumps.
Whatever you're bringing into this household is
Oh
not
my
welcome.
god, I literally look at my goosebumps. Look,
Stop.
look,
I'm
and I
not
just got like,
I'm
did you
not-
just see me twitching?
I'm not acknowledging it.
Oh my God.
Whatever you're summoning into this household right now is not welcome.
Tinfoil on your door.
And it needs to get away.
Okay, hold on. What
I'm
were we talking about?
saging before you even leave. I really did not like that.
I don't know why I just got goosebumps like
I
that.
don't like it. I don't like
And my
it.
butt started vibrating. Ah, what
don't
was I
like
talking
it.
about?
Whatever it is,
I
we're
think I'm
changing the
having an
fucking subjects.
exorcism.
Please stop. Don't look at me like that. You're high on whatever drugs you took today, and I'm not interacting
What were we talking
with
about?
this. I'm cutting it off.
Well, are you hot or bothered this week? What just happened though? I think
Chris is
I think
fully
a spirit just
possessed.
entered my body.
And he's like, "Okay, so are you hot
no,
or are you
literally,
bothered?"
did you? We have that on camera. We're gonna see something like. When we
Please
watch this
stop.
back.
No, please no, because I'm the one that's gonna have to watch it back by myself in this
Meanwhile, I'm like
apartment.
running out with my Birkin,
Stop.
like, bye. You guys have fun tonight. Okay.
I actually don't like the direction that this conversation has taken.
I think I just got like.
Stop saying things, please. I don't like it when you speak right now. It's making me scared and uncomfortable. Moral of the story is that like your perspective on the whole thing is quite opposite of mine, where you're like, yeah, like we can interact, but if there were like
I'm,
a physical thing,
Possessed.
stop. Stop. I don't like it.
No, but I think that if I did see something, I would shit my pants. Like a gray little girl hologram running in a
Why
dress.
are you still speaking?
You know what I mean? Like that's what I think of when I think of a ghost.
Yeah.
Okay, I need something. Are you hot or are you bothered?
Okay, well, I just feel like this is a bit weird because my topic is so different from yours.
Okay, let's change this.
And I actually know it's not weird because I actually want to do a full 180. We're getting away from whatever that shit was. I did not like that at all, actually. I'm bothered.
Because I'm possessed.
Because the way that you're looking at me right now is actually a little scary. And
Stop.
I just
It's this fucking ring light.
I don't want to make eye contact with you.
Can I have your vape?
No.
I need to flush out the demons. Okay, so you're bothered.
So I'm bothered this week. And it's mostly because my algorithms on what are you laughing at?
What? Okay. You're bothered. Why? Because it's showing chicken pot pies on your Instagram? Like, why the fuck are you bothered? Your algorithms to what?
I was getting there, you silly bitch. Let me fucking speak.
Oh.
My algorithms on every platform lately has been so beyond fucked. And for some reason, my Instagram, my TikTok, my YouTube, everything thinks that I'm trying to find a husband.
You
like
are.
I could not think of anything worse than having a husband. I can't think of anything worse. I just spent the entire weekend with 3 women. My grandma, widowed, and has been through 2 divorces. My sisters, both married and divorced before the age of 30. Like,
really?
I can't think of anything worse than getting fucking married
And getting divorced.
just getting married. And my social media algorithms think that I need to find a fucking husband.
Were you guys talking about?
No, this started before actually. This started before actually. But like the point is that like every woman I know has been married and divorced. And marriage is not top of the brain. It's not something I'm searching. I'm not looking at rings on Pinterest. Like marriage is not on the mind right now. I am pretty dead set on being fucking single right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting these videos on my fucking TikTok that are like, this is how you get a man to commit to you. And then like the other day, I was like doing shit on YouTube. I actually like, I don't use YouTube like I do now because of this fucking podcast. And this video comes up on my YouTube, right? And it's this woman. She's like cute. I mean, she's like hot, but like an LA kind of hot. Like lip fillers, boob job, blonde hair, bleach blonde hair, like
Me.
the whole nine. You, literally, Teresa. So she has this video and like the like pin, whatever the fuck it is, like the thumbnail of the
Mm-hmm.
video is like her sitting there in front
Can
of
I
her
see it?
camera. I've sent it to you already. Her sitting in front of her camera with her fucking lip injections and her
Ew.
fake tits. And the tagline of the video says, how to get the ring. How is in caps, the ring in caps. How to get the ring and make him stay for a lifetime. And I'm like, okay, this bitch is 32 years old
Is
max.
she married?
No idea. I didn't watch the video. Of course I didn't click on it because I'm like, I'm not interested in that. I don't want my social media to think that that's something I'm actually interested in viewing.
Also, imagine being married to this woman and being like, oh, so I was just like a part of
A
her
pawn.
algorithm.
Yeah. No, okay. But then also, I'm like, okay, this woman, she can't be any older than 32 years old. She has this theory, right, on how you get the ring and make him stay for a lifetime, lifetime in caps. Who's tested this theory? Because not you. You're 32.
Like
Unless
only
you die
literally
tomorrow, that's not a
and she can
lifetime,
come to
babe.
me in my dream and tell me, and then I can tell everybody.
Yeah, so you need to remake that video when this bitch is dead.
Yes.
Okay, so then like before I saw that video, I had this girl come up on my For You page on TikTok and she's like talking about how the way that she got her husband to marry her was by telling him when they first met, I could never marry you. And then that triggered some sort of bizarre male psychological response in him where he was like, I have to get this bitch to marry me because she said she would never marry me. And I'm like,
I understand that, but I honestly would never play a mind game like that to like get someone to fucking marry
that's
me.
exactly what I was going to say. When it comes to
The person.
the commitment of
Yeah.
marriage, why are you playing games like that? Like, I would never feel comfortable going into a marriage knowing that I played a game to get that man to commit to me. Like, how authentic can that be if you had to trick him into wanting to marry you? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
That goes against everything that I don't know about marriage. Like,
Exactly.
like why?
Like, why? But also, I'm obviously like kind of anti-marriage for myself. Whoever else wants to get married, have at it, good luck. But like, I'm like, if someone is getting me to that point of wanting to like commit to the idea of marriage,
They need to know me for who I am, not for my scamming.
not for whatever fucking games I'm
Yeah.
playing. Like,
That's fucking cuckoo. People are so desperate for content though.
no, that's so
that I'm
true.
like, she probably like didn't play a game and is like just saying that because she wants fucking people to like look at her on TikTok.
But there's
She
also
probably
like,
said that to her husband once and then they made a joke about it and then she like made a whole story about it.
for
But
sure.
I do believe that people do that. Maybe she did it. I don't know.
But then again, like there's so many like desperate bitches on the internet. And I don't even like talking shit about women like that. But like, let's be honest, like us fucking delusional girls that are like, oh, my ex-boyfriend, or like this man that I'm in love with that like is my situationship and like ghosted me a week ago. Like we're like doing whatever we can to like bring him back and like summon him in, and he's showing up in your fucking dreams and like whatever. And it's like those girls that are like, how do I get this man to commit to me? You know? I can't get behind that concept.
I can't either. I can't either. That is really weird to me.
It makes me uncomfortable. I'm just like, I wouldn't want to like marry someone knowing that they're only marrying me under like the guise of like this grand scheme that I've concocted.
Like if I'm interested in somebody who I'm even slightly considering like having any kind of future with, Like I will make an effort to like be actually on my best behavior and like not play games and like be very honest and like
Yeah.
forthright and
But like on your best behavior, not in a fake way.
not in a fake way, but just like on my best behavior and like I'm going to be very like open and communicative and just not fucking play
Yeah.
games. Like
Yeah.
I don't understand how somebody could transition into a legitimate relationship based off of a scam.
Like fake shit.
Yeah. But it's also like,
I
why are you even wanting to marry? Like, why do you want to marry this person? Why do you want this person to want to marry
Why
you?
do you want to marry someone that you have to trick into marrying you?
We're probably going to have to do that.
Because no one's ever going to want to marry
We're
us.
probably going to have to trick a couple stupid fucking idiots.
No, but like I like actually like you said, I'm the same way. Where like if I'm actually legitimately considering like being in a serious relationship with somebody, I make an active effort to put everything I have, all the baggage, all the bullshit, like all the drama, the pros and the cons, and I put it all out there for them to see. And we'll have an open and honest conversation with them about it. And I'm like, this is who I am. This is what I do.
This is what comes with me.
And if you don't like it, you don't have to like it. You don't have to
Mm-hmm.
be here. But if you think you can deal with that, let's do it, you know? And like, I actually have a theory where I'm like, a flaw is not a flaw if you own it. Like,
Yeah.
if you're like an insecure little bitch and needy and like whatever, and like
And like
you
make that
act,
like act like a victim and you make it your personality
yeah,
and you like
but like you act like you're cool, like cool as a fucking cucumber, like cool, calm, and collected, like going into a relationship, and then all of a sudden you like turn into like this insane person. That's not cool. And I'm like, I have done the work to know like where my shit is. Like, I have abandonment issues, I have major trust issues. Like, even in my last relationship before we like got serious, I had multiple conversations with him where I was like, look, I need you to understand that like if you commit to me, I probably won't trust you, and I will trust you eventually, but you will have to build that trust because like I've been done dirty in the past
why won't you trust somebody who wants to commit to you?
because I've been lied to
Yeah,
and
yeah,
fucked
okay.
over
I get it.
so many times in the past. And so like this is an issue of mine that like unfortunately I can only work on within a relationship. Like there's only so much work you can do when you're single, and then eventually you get to a point where it's like these triggers aren't coming up for you until you're in a relationship, and then that's when you have to work on them.
Okay, that just like
And
literally a light bulb went off.
yeah, yeah, I think therapy would be really beneficial for you, but anyway.
I fired my therapist.
My therapist is actually the one that told me that in the first place. And anyway, so I know where my shit is and I know what I need to work on. And it's just a matter of finding someone who's willing to work on that shit with you. And that's why, like, going into a relationship, I will literally lay it all out and I will tell the person, okay, so these are my flaws. And I know it's not cool and I know it can be stressful and frustrating and annoying and like whatever, but this is who I am. If this is something you think that like you can deal with and we can work through together, let's fucking do it. But if these are deal breakers for you, then like you don't have to fuck with it. But
Mm-hmm.
this is who I am. But I'm never going to be the type of person that's like, we get 6 months into this relationship and I've been playing cool girl the whole time. Like, fine with you going out until fucking 6 a.m. and not answering your phone, or like, fine with you not texting me back for 2 days straight when we're like in a long distance relationship, or like whatever the fucking case is. I don't know. Um, I'm not gonna spend time pretending like I'm fine with that and then all of a sudden like lose my fucking shit. I'm like, no, this is who I am. This is what we're doing. If you like it, cool. If you don't, get out.
Yeah.
So I just like, I genuinely cannot fathom the idea of having to play that game and
Yeah.
like being fake just to like get this man to commit.
Clearly these people don't even know what their flaws are though.
Yeah.
Like
There's
clearly
obviously
these people
like,
are not that deep. Like this woman is literally scamming someone into like marrying her. Like she
yeah,
clearly doesn't even know what her fucking flaws
yeah,
are because that seems like a bit of a flaw
yeah.
in-
That
internally.
that was really insightful, and I'm just curious as to if that was you or if that was the demon that possessed you that was talking.
I don't know. I feel like I'm not really like present
Are
right
you
now,
having an out-of-body
so
experience?
I'm not having an out of body experience. I'm just like
Possessed.
possessed.
Okay, we're saging as soon as we're done recording.
Mm-hmm.
Stunning. Anyway, I'm just weirded out about all that shit because I'm like, would it fucking kill anybody to just.
But that's also like everyone in LA.
That is everybody in LA. like the stereotypical LA people, There's some cool. I mean, I'm an advocate for LA. Like, there's some cool people here, but like the stereotype of the LA people, that is fully.
But I'm like, actually, maybe not, because I'm like, do people in LA even want to get married? What's going on here?
What? What is going on?
I don't know.
in
I think I need
LA?
to fall asleep and have a dream about it.
The way that your legs are twitching.
It's the ghost inside of me. She's dancing. She's dancing. What's wrong with me?
Is it a she? Is it a woman?
It's always a woman.
Is she a cigarette smoker?
No.
How is she feeling?
She's fine. She just told me. She's completely fine. She's happy. She's happy to be in a warm body. She feels safe.
Leaving with you? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yep. Yep. Okay, well, on that note, shall we wrap this up?
Yeah. Have a fun exorcism this week, guys. I really hope you enjoy it.
There's ghosts and spirits apparently living inside of me as we speak.
Literally tap dancing. Why do you keep doing that?
I don't know.
really
it's not
don't like
me.
I really don't like it.
Okay, they're done.
Okay, yeah. So trick a man into marrying you.
Trick a man into marrying
get your
you.
exorcism at Target and
Use our promo code HotandBothered10 to get 10% off your next exorcism. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week, and we hope you have a fabulous, fabulous rest of your week. Mwah.
Wait.
What?
I need to know her name. She feels like a Betty to me a little bit.
I'm getting like, I don't know. Like Sylvia.
Ida?
She's going to put a curse on you for calling her Ida.
Okay, anyway, Ida says bye and she loves you.
She loves all of us.
And she'll see you next week on
She'll be
Tuesday.
here next week. Absolutely.
And have a good time with your 10% off exorcism. Okay. Love you.
Love you, girlies.
Bye.
Slay, slay, slay. Mwah.